I think I saw everything I wanted to see from my Arsenal today. I saw a lot of the first teamers be on the bench, or some of them even left at home, but I didn't notice that much of a difference. It's exactly what you want when your B team is playing, because it just tells you that some of them can come in and make a huge impact in this team. I am overjoyed. Watching the game, we started off so fast, as always, as we would if it was our first team. The starting lineup was Ramsdale in goal, Ramsdale back in goal. Ben White, I really wanted Ben White to, get a rest today. Gabriel and Tomiyasu in the center. I needed Gabriel to also get a rest. But I understand we can't change all 11 players. It's just not possible. Left back, we started with Kiwior. On left forward, we started with Reece Nelson. In the center mid, we started with Jorginho, Emil Smith-Rowe, and Sango. Sango? Hold on. Sorry, Sago Jr. Sago Jr. I've never seen this kid play before, I'll be honest. I don't watch a lot of the under 18s football. I see some highlights here on Twitter, but I don't pay too much mind until they break into the team. So it was good to see. I was very interested in seeing what this young boy had to show. He was 19. He was on the right wing today. Up top, we started with Eddie. Eddie, I didn't mind him playing. So that was how we started. And Havertz. Havertz was behind Eddie. This is exactly what I wanted in the team. Now, what I needed to see was not too much of a change. And I think it was a game of two halves. And in the first half, I definitely saw that style, that flair that we know that the Arsenal team has always had. And in the second half, it was about fighting. It was about digging deep, because Brentford will always come at you at their home. It's a very tough place to go. They will always put in a very good team performance. They will fight for a result all the time. And this is the second loss in a row, so I know the coach will not be happy about that. So we expected a tough game, and they really showed up in the second half. First half, I think we controlled everything, but the second half, we had to dig deep and just grind out the result. I want to single out Aaron Ramsdale and his performance today, because this man was dropped. Remember, dropped. People were talking about what will his mentality be like when he comes back into the starting lineup. I hope he has answered everybody who doubted him, who doubted his professionalism, who doubted his talent with that amazing save that he made. It was supposed to be a goal. It should not have been blocked. But what does Ramsdale do? He forgets everything that the world is telling him. He's not good enough. Even the Brentford fans, because Raya is actually still a Brentford player. He's on loan to Arsenal. So the Brentford players were trying to throw him off his game by telling him that, hey, even your manager doesn't want you, calling him all sorts of names, singing sarcastically at him. But my man showed up. He showed how strong he is. He shows that this ain't nothing. I've heard the worst. Like, you can't give me any worse than I have heard before. And I will come through this. And I thought he had an exceptional game, exceptional performance. I feel like the person who will be happiest today will be Arteta, because he can see now that he has two top players who are willing to deliver no matter what happens, whether they're on the bench or whether they're starting. Because you can trust that whenever you finally pick them, they will give their best. And I thought Ramsdale did incredibly well today. His distribution was incredible, better than Raya's last weekend. And he made that absolutely incredible save. Raya made an absolutely incredible save last week against Tottenham, if I'm being honest. But it just shows that it's possible. You can, at least for a season. We won't know until, the transfer window opens, and we'll see if any of them wants to leave. Because I don't know if you can keep two top goalkeepers happy. It's not like another position on the team. This is just a one man, one position. It's not something you can make changes during the game. Rather, it has never happened before. But who says? Maybe Arteta, is known for trying new things. Who knows? But I'm sure we'll be pleased with Ramsdale's performance today, as all the fans should have been. Sorry, motorcycles going by. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. But Ramsdale did what we always knew that he could do. He's a very talented goalkeeper. He should be England's number one. He should be Arsenal's number one. I'm sorry, I still have that sentiment towards this guy. I know how the doubters were in full force when we signed him, because he was in a team that was relegated twice, I believe. But he's fought through all of that doubt and has risen to the very top of the game. I was very happy with him today. Now to the other players, Ben White was very good. He got a little tired in the second half, but that can be understood because he plays every game for us. He's he's made that position his own. Emil Smith Rowe, 100 games for your boyhood team. I can't even imagine how beautiful that must feel. The beautiful video that Arsenal put out on social media right before the game started just said so much. Like, he gave me goosebumps. I can't even. This was my dream, so maybe I'm feeling this a lot more than a lot of people. But think about anything that you want to achieve in life. Think about doing that at the role that you want to do it at 400 times. And he's still young. I think he's only 21 still. So pleased for him. So pleased for the young man. And I can't wait to see what the future holds. He plays in the Odegaard role. I'm sorry, there won't be too much opportunities in that role. But the thing is that for Arsenal fans, we can see that he can come in and do a decent job. Jorginho, after his mistake on Sunday against Tottenham, came in and I thought he had a decent game. He made some errors here and there because I feel like we always do that. There will always be errors and we just pray that we don't get punished. And today we didn't get punished. There was a couple close calls. Zinchenko gave one away. And I think Ben White might have given a strange ball. Was it Ben White or Tomiyasu? I don't remember. But someone gave a short ball to Jorginho and Brentford player took it away, but we didn't get punished. You can say it's a lack of quality on their side as well, because if they had Son instead of Wissa, the Brentford player who missed a couple chances today, maybe we would have been punished, but I'm not complaining. I enjoyed watching the game, and I'm very, very pleased with the results, and we move ahead. Eddie just had an interesting game. He worked his socks off. He never really had too much of a chance. Reece Nelson, my boy, came in, again, someone who has had a lack of opportunities in recent times. He came in today. He scored the winning goal. I think he should have scored another goal when the ball was squared to him by Havertz. I don't think Havertz was trying to give him that ball, but the ball fell at his feet, and it was his weaker left foot, but I think he should still at least be hitting the target. But he didn't, so the game stayed 1-1. Because Ramsdale made that brilliant save. Who else was I impressed with? The Sago Jr., it's a good experience for him. It's a good first game. Your first time playing for the senior team. I don't expect too much. Obviously, I want to see a Messi come on, come in and show that you deserve to be here and you deserve to be starting week in, week out. But not everybody can be Messi. But I was very pleased with the young man. Havertz, I think I'm doing something wrong with Havertz, and I am going to, admit to that. I'm expecting something grand, something magical from the young man every time. And he if I think about it, he's replacing Xhaka, who plays in a deeper role. Xhaka, I think, got 5 goals for us last season, right? Contributed enough. But that is Havertz's role. I think that when I heard the price tag, and I think a lot of people are doing this, you see the price tag, you see the profile of the player, you see where he's coming from, you now expect wonders. You expect him to come every time he gets the ball, dribble everybody and score, or dribble everybody and create an opportunity for a forward. But he's not that type of player. Xhaka was not that type of player. And I am going to dial back on my expectations of him. And I think not to even give him too much grace, but I think this is just the rational thing to do. I'm going to expect just a little bit more from him than I did Xhaka. So I'll just, I shouldn't expect him to score too much because his role has changed. At Chelsea, he was playing as a top 9. So his role was to score goals. But that's not what he plays for Arsenal now. And I'm going to, come down a little bit on my expectations and just expect him to be a hardworking midfielder who does a good job for the team. Every single game. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Obviously, I'd like him to score 1 million goals, but I feel like I'm getting too harsh with him to the point where he makes every error. I'm pissed. And I see him in a different light than I see the rest of the players. So I'm going to dial back on my expectations on the young man. And I'm going to really, really be patient and support him. And I hope that he, surprises me and the majority of the Arsenal fans who still don't understand what Havertz gives this team, right? I'm going to look at him like I looked at Xhaka from now on. Havertz, I'm your biggest fan. Let's go. The team needs you. The club needs you. You need yourself. You want the best for yourself. So Let's go, young man. Good game. Good game. We move forward. Man City, they were knocked out today by Newcastle, which was such a huge shock to everybody. It gives everybody else more of a chance. There's still some good teams. Liverpool won today. United, Chelsea won today. They finally scored a goal. I think for the first time in 4 games, they scored 1 goal. So I don't care too much. But yeah, good day for the boys. Yeah, and we go again on Saturday. Yeah, we play Saturday against Bournemouth away. That should be a tough game, but I expect the boys to win. That's a wrap for me, guys. God bless.